After hearing the Clipse new track, Ace Trumpets, featuring Pusha T and No Malice, Kanye admits he wants to be friends again. What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those Cashapp to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen, Kanye is one of them dudes, man. You never know where you stand with him. It's this, it's that, and the third. And a lot of things had to happen and fall out for Ye and Pusha T. I mean, Pusha T was like one of the last people outside of Consequence that was still riding with Ye when it got dark, like seriously dark, when everybody was giving up on Ye and we was turning our back. We was all sad all the way up to 2022, the middle of the pandemic. Pusha T still was rocking with Kanye. And I think he was one of the last few people to actually come out and say Kanye is wrong. And Kanye took it a certain kind of way. See, my thing, I'm like this. If we friends, we friends. And you got the right to criticize me. But I guess in Kanye's world, you can't criticize him. You can't say he's wrong or this and that. He's always he's gonna cut you off. He's gonna spin the block. It's everything gotta be you riding with him or you. I don't like that attitude. I don't like that I can't do nothing wrong and you can't say nothing to me. Last time I heard, he was saying that if somebody was gonna say anything to him, he was gonna block him, cut him off. Like, I'm like, gang, like, that's what you need friends for. That's what you need, somebody to come around and say, bro, you wrong. You chill out. And if you don't have nobody around you that can say that, then you get what you get. You get this guy with these Hail Hitler songs and talking about KKK and things of that nature. You get a guy like this, he has no checks, no balances. Anybody that speaks up to him, he's gonna, I think the last time I heard him say he's gonna punch him in the face. The next person come up to him about something. So it's like, gang, like, you need somebody around you that's going to keep it a buck with you. And apparently, he has no one like that. Pusha T was the last person. But I want to read this article and have this conversation on. It's on HNHH, right? And when I read it, I was like, that's interesting because Ye don't seem like the kind of guy who double back once he's all set with you. But let me have this conversation. Kanye West admits he misses Pusha T's friendship after getting mentioned in the new Clipse track. First of all, that track, fire. We need Pusha T on that wall, gang. We need him. We need Malice. No Malice, actually. His brother know about this dude back like he never left. And I know the conversation. Yo, he's rapping like he's rapping like a drug dealer again. Da da da. I'm looking at it like he's telling his story again. I'm not one of these people that's boxing people. He's a drug dealer, man. There's so much in these raps with Pusha T, with Benny the Butcher, with Conway, with No Malice to just label it and dumb it down as drug dealer rap. That's misinformed. It's a lot of pain. It's a lot of triumph in them raps. These are tales from, I don't want to say tales from the hood or street tales that just dumb it down, but these are grown men tales, stories of stuff where they come from and how they overcame things. I feel like when a lot of these guys, they're rapping about being in the game, right? The drug game, for lack of a better word, that a lot of that is they're grasping at power with that. It's not about the cocaine. It's about the power you achieve from that, the financial stability and this and that and the third. No, it ain't great. But it's, if that's what they live, that's their truth. They can't come out rapping about being a school teacher or being a janitor if that's not what their lifestyle is. So a lot of people like myself want to hear more detailed or more edgier lifestyle. You don't watch movies for how soft they are. You don't listen to music for how soft it is. You don't watch television shows for how soft they are. You want something with a little edge, something to entertain you. And that's what this music does. So that's why I like the Clipse. That's why I like Pusha T and music of that ilk. And that's just my story. So I have no problem going around listening to this new Clipse album that's dropping. Apparently it's going to be, I think, July 8th, July 11th for those that's interested. I rock with the Clipse. Now I know some of you got your own issues with their subject matter, and they like to say, oh, that's that cocaine rap, da da da. I like what they do. I think they're excellent wordsmiths, and I think that we need them in hip hop just like we need everybody else that contributes to the culture. But let me continue this conversation. On a recently released Clipse track, Ace Trumpets, Pusha T says he's been laughing at Kanye West interviews. Earlier this week, Clipse announced the official release date of their upcoming album, Let God Sort 'Em Out. I like that title. First of all, to me, Pusha drops nothing but classics. I'm just going to be honest. Everything Pusha drop be fired at me. I know some of you get in the comments and be like, Pusha T, whatever, that. Some of you don't like Pusha T. That's fine. That's great. I just need you to know that I like Pusha T, and I'm definitely going to like, I can already tell him I like this Clipse album. Let me keep this moving. The project is scheduled to drop on July 11th, and to give fans a preview of what's to come, they dropped a new single today. The track Ace Trumpets has already earned big reactions from fans and peers alike. Kanye West, for example, seemingly took to X aka Twitter, to weigh in. Quote, look at them, him and him, still waiting on Yeezy. I hope you got your squeegee. Pusha T raps at one point in the song. At your interviews, I just key, life's peachy. He's not saying he laughing at the interview, but he might be saying like, yo, I get a little chuckle. The way they made it sound like I'm just laughing at his interviews. Now, I don't think that's what that means. I think he's saying, listen, I listen to the interviews, I might chuckle a little bit, and I move on with my day. I'm not outright like, busting a gut laughing because you're so silly. It is what it is. It's how you interpret the lyrics. Let me continue. The mention appeared to leave Ye feeling nostalgic as he hopped online this morning to reflect. I miss me and Pusha's friendship, he wrote simply per Double XL. The two artists seemingly had a falling out in 2022 when Pusha T called Ye out for his anti-Semitic behavior and announced he was no longer signed to Good Music. I never understood why he stayed that long. He's loyal. And what I did not like how Consequence moves really like a yes man. So he was all good with Pusha T until Pusha said something, and it wasn't even negative about Kanye. He told the truth. He said, yo, I'm about to read what he said, but he never disrespected Kanye. He just was like, yo, on that subject, I don't agree. We have our issues. We have our back and forth. We don't always see eye to eye, but we still brothers, and I still rock with him. I've been rocking with Kanye for 20 years. I'm good with Kanye. They took that as, we got to cut Pusha T off. We're done here, right? Because it's corny behavior. And Consequence, which is Kanye's cousin, allegedly, right? Q-Tip's cousin or something. He's Q-Tip's cousin, I'm sorry. And Consequence rides for Kanye tooth and nail. I feel like it's a little bit of codependency, right? I feel like he knows where his bread is buttered, so he never calls out. So he went and he attacked Pusha T for being real, right? Consequence had a whole lot of nonsense to say about Pusha T, which I never understand why Consequence comes out so like a rabid animal anytime someone says something about Kanye. It's one thing to be loyal, but it's another thing to call other people disloyal because they calling him out on something. I never got that about Consequence. I don't like it. I think it's corny. I'm just gonna be honest. I think you're exposing your weaknesses in a way, because if you're gonna stand up for a guy when he's doing wrong, right? It's like standing up for Darth Vader. Shit, like you're like, no, Vader's cool. Like, no, fuck no, he's not cool. But here comes Consequence, the little yes man in the corner. Yo, you guys don't have you guys have something bad to say about Kanye? Like, it's goofy. I never understood that. So now, here Kanye is, a few years later, talking about I miss his friendship, right? Kanye don't think about stuff in a moment. He'll blow up and then 2 years later be like, yo, well, I like that guy. Like, it's 2-3 years later. People done moved on. They don't need you no more. He was the president of Good Music, helping you put these albums out. He said the whole label was unorganized. Everybody that was on the label said it was unorganized. Everybody. Nas left. Tiana Taylor was like, get me off this thing. It's crazy over here. You messing up my album rollouts. Designer was like, man, I got to get off this. You did everybody's album but mine. So everybody over there that was on Good Music left in a bad way. Pusha left in a bad way. Then you was going around when you still had Big Sean talking about Big Sean was the worst thing that ever happened to the label when he's the only one made any money for the label. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. It was good. You didn't even want Good Music at one point. You was like, Good Music is over. So it's like, all of this stuff, they're trying to, this is what happens when you're an artist that's kind of manic and you got a lot of things going on, but you still want to try to be a label head. The two don't work. That's the worst thing they say. Never sign to an artist. They're like, never sign to an artist. It's the worst thing that happened to your career. Let me keep this moving. In April of this year, Ye appeared on Justin LeBoy's The Download podcast where he revealed where they stand now. This was a couple months back. Quote, I just spoke to Pusha the other day. It was good to talk to him. It was the first time talking to him in a couple months. We made good music together. I thought that somehow because I made beats and made music for somebody that when I couldn't see my children, these people would use their platform. So right here, and he goes in to say he shouldn't have expected that. But this is a guy wants you at all costs, right? How many times did he speak out for these guys? No, he wants at all costs, go on your platform, support me, go out and speak out and tell everybody how wrong I'm being treated. He's the consummate victim at all times. He wants you to drop what you're doing and speak out and tell the world, no, Kanye is getting this, that, and the third. You probably didn't deserve this to your damn kids. Let me keep this moving. Because I use my platform on their behalf now. I realize no one owes me anything. If you depend on somebody who's not giving you what you need, you're the one that's wrong. So he's basically saying, like, I'm dependent on them and they're not giving me the same energy I gave them. So I was wrong to expect them to do that. Instead of getting mad like he did, he's trying to like grow up a little bit, but I'm not buying it. I think what he's saying is they did me wrong, but I'm going to move on. In my opinion, that's just how I feel about this. I think that Kanye is still being a victim in this video clip. I saw the video clip. I'm not going to show it, but I saw the video clip, and he sounded like a guy that was basically saying, "Yo, people don't owe you nothing. If they don't do it, if they don't return the favor, then that's on me. Da da da. I need to just accept that. No, nobody's doing you wrong, gang. They're not going to back you up when you're doing goofy shit. Don't make it like they should back you up at all costs for anything that you do. No, I don't like that. It's weird. Let me keep this moving. As for the rest of the album, Pusha T set the expectations high during an interview with GQ earlier this month. Quote, "It's a whole new chapter," he said. "This is new, it's groundbreaking, it's fresh. This isn't a reminisce runway. Everything is new. The music, the energy, the competitive spirit is all about what's next and being what's next. Let God sort them out is currently available for pre-order." So I think that Kanye probably is getting a little bit lonely, gang. I think he's surrounding himself with people that's really not his friends. I think he's probably got away from almost all the people that was in his corner that would be real with him. It's not real when they're yes men. You can have 30 people in the room, but if they all yes men and scared to speak and they laughing at your jokes extra hard, oh, you hear what he said? That after a while, that's lonely because no one's being real with you, right? They don't talk to you the same when they're scared that you're going to kick them out. It's a different kind of energy. It's a person they're going to roll your blunts. They're going to do whatever. I'm not saying smoke blunts. But I'm just saying a person that is scared of you is not going to be open and honest with you. They're not going to have engaging conversations. He probably got nothing but yes men around him. I saw the clip of him with that Heil Hitler, and it's like 7 dudes in a room going nuts to a song that's absolutely dumb. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's like you're going to go nuts in there like, I'm not, let me just be honest. If that's my man, I'm be like, gang, what is wrong with you, dog? Like, are you sure? You really gonna put this out? Nah, let me go ahead and I'm gonna hit the delete and we're gonna start over because this ain't gonna work. This ain't it. There's nobody in the room gonna say that. Right? That's a real friend gonna tell you, yo, do not put out a song called Heil Hitler. Well, why I can't put out a song? Because the streaming service is not gonna, I can sit there, go all day and tell you how the song's not gonna work. You're ruining your legacy. Streaming service is gonna deny it. Half the people in your fan base are the people that you're gonna be offending. It's a million reasons why you don't want to make this song. Yeah, it make this shit make sense. But everybody in the room is nodding their head. This is going, yo. This is hard because they don't give a shit because they stupid and they freaking yes men. And me personally, I can't be a yes man, so I will say a yes man is dumb. But I guess some people like having yes men around. I don't need no yes men around. So I feel like this whole thing with Kanye saying, I miss Pusha T, I bet you do. He said you and him used to get into arguments about everything, but that's what you need as a real friend. You can't have no friend around that's scared to state their opinion. Have them people around Kanye is brand new to the room. So they just happy to be there. You got Dave Blunts that's writing your rhymes. Like, come on, gang. Like, what is... The entire industry has moved on from this guy. He used to have top-notch writers. Now you got random dudes that's just getting on. Writing your whole... Dave Blunt said he wrote the entire album. And you could tell he ain't got nobody around him because he named the album Cuck in World War III. Just silly titles that don't make no sense, gang. It's like, this is what happens when you alienate yourself. And you put the people out of your life that really going to check you. Pusha T is going to check him. That's why you made good music together, because he's not going to let you do nothing stupid like this. Consequence will, but where's Consequence at? I don't know where Consequence at. So that's the only person that's going to sit there and tolerate this nonsense. I'm just going to be honest, but I'm just going to leave it at this. I think that Pusha T probably will entertain his calls. At this point, there's no reason to be mad. Pusha T has already proved that he can do it without Kanye, with or without him. He already proved he doesn't need him. He's going to make better music than he's sitting there arguing with the nigga. Right? So I feel like we probably would have got even more Pusha if he wasn't holding him back, making him, well, not making him, but having him be the president of that good music that you didn't even really want no more. He didn't even want good music no more. He stranded them artists there doing nothing. They was like, yo, what's going on with my music? And I ain't even named half the roster. He had more people on the roster. Right? Who was it? The other young guy, I can't remember. It's quite a few people that was on that roster that careers went nowhere. So it is what it is, man. I'm out of here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is Kanye really, I know it sounds like it's not a lot going on with that story, but I feel like this dude is actually going to start to try to make amends with a lot of people. He's already amending with Drake and all these other people. I feel like he has alienated himself. He's pushed himself into a corner that's not feeling that good no more. All right, let me know what you think in the comments. CLBMG. Go over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They got a lot of goodies over there. If you in the THC, they'll rock with you. You know what I mean? They ship all over the country. Make sure you just hit them in the chat. They always ready. They ready to talk to you. All right. Also, every Wednesday night we go live on the What Show. Me, TJ, and Fliz, talking hip-hop, talking urban politics, talking sports, talking old school. We talk about old school cartoons. We talk about anything that hit, you know what I'm saying, that hit the radar. So make sure you tune in. It's on my YouTube channel. It's on The What Show. We're on 8 different platforms, all right? So catch us when you can. I'm going to catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine.
Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.